What's good, Boxing World? This is Ed, your host on the ropes. Today, my special guest, Jaron Ennis. He'll be fighting on Saturday night Showtime for the vacant IBO Welterweight Championship of the World. What's good, big dog?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. First of all, man, how's the training camp been? You finished up with that? How was the camp?
Training camp been great. Everything went well, and I can't wait to do the things that I've been working on in camp this Saturday.
Now, I got to ask, when did you get the call that you were going to be fighting for the IBO title?
I kind of like been new, but I just never put it out. But I actually kind of like been new, but I just didn't know if it was like final or not. So that's why I never said anything or nothing until like 10 days before the
You
fight.
know, in a previous interview, you stated that you wanted the title shot. And
Mm.
now that you're fighting for the IBO welterweight title, how do you feel about that? And what's your thoughts on your opponent, Chris Van Herten?
I feel great about being able to fight for the IBO. Um, and I want to thank the IBO for allowing me to fight for the belt. And I'm ready to snatch and grab this belt this Saturday and make this belt popping and hot. And that's about it.
You know, I know you don't go into a fight looking for a knockout, but do you feel it will make a huge statement in the 147 division if you do get that knockout?
um, Most definitely. Every time I fight, I try to just go out there and leave a big statement. And like I always say, let the welterweight division know that I'm here and I'm nothing to be played with, and I'm ready to take over this welterweight division. And we're
You
gonna
know,
start off by making a big statement this Saturday.
speaking of knockouts, man, you've had quite a few in the first round. What's your
Mm.
thoughts on what you see with Belenga with the 16 KOs in the first round?
Yeah, Edgar, a beast, man. He doing this thing. I think he gonna continue to keep doing it. Honestly, he a strong kid.
For one fighter to another fighter, just to see that, what is that like when you see something like that? How
Uh,
impressive that is.
I think it's dope. Like he was 16-0 with 16 first round knockouts. And nobody doing that right now. So he living up to it every time he fight, and he getting a bunch of star power from it. A lot of celebrities and stuff giving him love, and I like what he doing. Keep doing it.
You know, in an interview previously with Showtime, and you mentioned it as well with me in an interview, that you still want to fight the top five guys in boxing in your division, potentially getting past Hurton. Who do you see yourself in the ring with in 2021?
Not looking past this guy that's hurting on Saturday, but I do my thing and grab this belt on Saturday. I just want just the top five guys, the guys that got the belts or former world champions that just had the belts recently and stuff like that.
With yourself always saying that you really want those fights with the top five people, right? When you become a champion and you have a young up and comer like yourself wanting to take a shot at you, man, how would that be for you?
Um, I'm going to fight all my first of all, when I do get a belt, when I get the belt, I'm gonna just go ahead and try to unify and get all the rest of the belts, and then fight who I have to fight. And if I see an up and coming fighter fighting, so be it. If and he wants some smoke, we gonna give it to him.
That's a great attitude to have, man, because you don't really find that with a lot of fighters.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't care. I just want to be great and go down in history as one of the best fighters in the world and be up there with Muhammad Ali, uh, Tyson, Roy, Floyd, Sugar Ray Leonard, Pernell, just the rest of those guys. I want to be up there with them. So I just want to be great and fight all the great fighters. So and after this Saturday, and I do my thing, and I grab this IBO belt. Um, just on the bigger and better things and bigger fights and better fights with big name guys.
Speaking of that, you were talking about Tyson and Roy. You know, outside of boxing, you say you play a lot of basketball. So
Yeah.
you know the YouTube situation with the Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. What was your thoughts about that? And do you feel with this phenomenon that you see going on with the YouTubers and boxing, is that hurting the sport of boxing in your opinion?
Um, to me, I feel like, well, first of all, the Logan Paul and or Jake Paul and Nate Robinson, they shouldn't afford each other. Jake Paul, he actually got a little bit of experience. Like he been boxing for like a year or two or something like that. So and he been in the ring and he spars like real boxers for his fights and stuff like that. He don't spar no. I don't think he spar anybody that's not a real boxer. So for Nate Robinson just to go fight him like that, it showed that he had a lot of heart. But it was I feel like they should have found somebody else for Jake Paul.
You know, I don't know. It's just hard for me with the whole YouTube situation because I
Yeah,
go back to the fight uh, when one of the Paul brothers had fought, and Devin Haney was actually on the undercard of that fight.
yeah. I feel like it's not. I'm not gonna say it's not fair. Well, you might as well say it's not fair to some of the up and coming guys that's waiting for a big opportunity and trying to fight on TV and trying to get all a bunch of money and stuff like that. And these YouTubers just basically just jumping right on and getting right to it and with no build up or nothing. They just getting right to it. They fighting one fight and they making 6 figures, 7 figures off of one fight, and they being a main event or a co-main event, and a lot of young fighters and even older fighters that still haven't got to that point yet are still dreaming about fighting for 6 and 7 figures and being main events and co-main events and stuff like that, and they haven't done it yet in their career. So it's kind of not fair, but at the end of the day, it's 2020. It's like a new world, like for real.
You know, with that, what you're saying about that it's crazy because even now, like you got the other Paul brother talking about offering McGregor 50 million for a fight, and you
Yeah,
got a situation where you got a lot of nice, great young talent in the sport of boxing that should be getting that spotlight there, but you really don't see it.
yeah, but I mean, I think Logan Paul about to fight Floyd, and then the one that Fortnite Robinson, Jake Paul, I think he trying to fight McGregor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I
yeah.
mean.
I mean, at the end of the day, they trying to. I know they trying to make it like entertainment and stuff like that, but they gotta look at it from both sides. Like I just said, like some of the up and coming people, even the older guys, still they haven't got a chance to fight for 6 and 7 figures or and then be main events and stuff like that. So those guys are waiting for those opportunities, and I feel like they should get them.
You know, with yourself having the eye on the 147 division, did you get a chance to watch the Errol Spence Jr. fight versus Danny Garcia, and what was your thoughts on that fight?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, and I feel like Danny should just went forward instead of backing up and trying to box. He should have went out there and been a little bit more aggressive and see if Errol body and chin was really like together. And I feel like he let Errol Spence get too much confidence and by just backing up and trying to box and trying to counter him. But I feel like Errol Spence he did great for being 14 years in a car accident and he fought Danny Garcia. So that was a great win for him.
You know, just looking at the landscape of the 147 division going into 2021, you had Earl Spence recently say he has about 2 to 3 more fights left, and then he's moving on. You had Terrence Crawford talking about the frustrations of getting fights, and I don't know if he was serious, but you know, he just talking about moving down and stuff like that of that nature. What do you
Mm.
see the 147-pound division? Because in the next few months, you have Josh Taylor talking about moving up to the 147. Ramirez talking about moving up to the 147. So it looked
Mm.
like it's going to be new blood in that division at the 147 division, and you right there in the mix.
Yeah, I can't wait to welcome these guys into the 147 weight division, welterweight division. Uh, it's fresh meat on the block. Can't
You
wait.
know, during the COVID, you've been very active, fighting every couple of months, man. What's the recovery process for you like?
Um, I just Well, I just fought September 19th here at the Mohegan Sun, and I'm back again in a couple of days. But I stayed in the gym. Right after my last fight, I took like 2 days off. Well, I took like one day off actually, because I fought on Saturday. I took Sunday off. I came in the gym on that Monday and helped one of my dad's fighters uh, for his fight. He had a fight probably like 2 weeks after that. So I helped him and I sparred. I sparred 12 rounds on Monday. I fought on Saturday and I sparred 12 rounds on Monday. So I was just I don't know. My turnaround process is crazy.
Man, when was the last time you actually had a vacation, man? And what would you like to go for a vacation?
Um, my last vacation was I'm probably say where did I go? I'm probably say right well right before right after my last fight in January. Not my last fight. My 2 fights ago in January when I fought the little guy IBO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went on a little trip after that fight, but then I just got right back in the gym as soon as I touched back down. I got right back in the gym.
I gotta ask about this, man, because this is huge coming up for you on Saturday night. How does it feel, man, with the possibility, man, of bringing that belt back to Philly, man, to be a champion for the city of Philly, man, because you haven't had one in a while.
It felt great, and I can't wait to have that belt around my waist Saturday night and coming right back on the road with it and defending it and getting some more belts and we're getting the rest of the belts and I'm ready to take over this division. I'm hungry and let's go. Let's get it.
Have you and your dad talked about that?
We'll talk about what the belt
Yeah, just
or
the
just
belt and just really just that's huge, man, bringing that back to the city of Philadelphia.
oh yeah, it's huge.
Especially being known to be such a huge boxing city.
Yeah, it's huge, but we haven't talked about. We focus and locked in. We ready to get this win and do it in dominating fashion and bring this belt back to Philadelphia. But we haven't said anything about. We just focus on doing what we got to do and bringing that belt home.
Speaking of your dad, unlike any other sport, really, I would say just being around the different sports, but especially in the sport of boxing, the father-son bond seems to be the strongest bond that I've ever seen when it comes to sports between father and son.
Yeah.
What is that like for you being around your dad so much and so often?
It's great. Always being around my dad and having my dad in my corner because my dad was a professional boxer at one time too. So he's showing me everything that he did back in the day and I'm putting his skills with my skills, and we making a monster right now. Man, I just love having my dad in my corner. It's the best thing, and he know what's best for me, and just like when we fight on Saturday, he gonna see stuff that I might not see when I get back to that corner. He gonna be like, yo, this shot right here, and I'm gonna just do it, and because he know the openings.
Going into 2021. I'm gonna name some fighters, man, and I want to see who you think you would have the possibility of fighting in 2021. You have Yugas, you have Virgil Ortiz, you got Jamal James, Sergey Lipitz, Clayton, Maurice Hooker, Mikey Garcia, Rashidi Ellis. Out of those
Man,
names, who do you think you'll be able to fight in 2021?
all of them. I want them all. I don't care. I feel like like I said, I'm ready, and I've been ready, and all those guys that you named, I bring them on. I'm ready. We can start one by one.
What's the likelihood of any of those names being on you? Because you probably one of the most avoided fighters. Because I remember in one interview you talked about 15 fighters had got
Yeah.
turned down to fight. So even with the fight coming up on Saturday with another impressive win, it's gonna become that much harder to get the fights. Do you feel at that point that you're actually gonna have to start calling out names and stuff to get the fights that you want?
I might have to start calling out people names, but that's not what I do. If they want to fight me, all they gotta do is call. It's one phone call away, and we taking it. So it don't matter who it is, we gonna take it. Or if we want to fight somebody, we call and tell our people. And if they say no, that's on them. But we call them, we try and get these guys. So hopefully, I feel like all those guys your name is definitely possible real soon. And like I said, it's one phone call away. We taking it automatically. They don't got to worry about us turning up or down.
It's that frustrating for you though, because like you said, that's not in your nature to call somebody out. You just want the fights. So, but with the politics that you see in boxing right now, does it have to get to that point that you have to really start calling out names in order to get the fans to really get behind? Oh, no, better yet, does the fans and social media have to get behind demanding these fights to the promoters?
I mean, at the end of the day, uh, I feel like you can. I mean, you do have to call some people out because that will apply pressure and make the media will put it out there. So maybe I do have to start calling people out after this one, and we'll see where after I beat this guy on Saturday, and we'll see where this go. And if we still can't get those guys, I'm gonna have to start calling them out.
Speaking of Saturday night, man, what can the fans expect on Saturday night?
Just expect me doing my thing as always, having my fun, being smart, being sharp, setting them up, and getting that knockout at the end of the night, and come home with the IBO welterweight belt around my waist.
Man, what was the concept behind the gear for Saturday night?
We said what was the concept?
Yeah.
I just
Do you
be
always use the same person for your ring for your
yeah. Yeah, I've been using the same guy since I turned pro in April 2016. So I've been using the same guy. But I be just putting any colors together and it come out. It come out nice.
I asked you a couple of times, man, about the merchandise, man. Are you gonna be coming out with Jaron Boots Ennis gear anytime soon?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think I'm gonna change my logo, but I definitely got the website up. It's not I don't have no, it's like it's not ready yet, but it's in the works right now. So I'm gonna say probably before the end of the year, at the beginning of 2021, I should have merchandise and a website up. Hats, shirts, sweatsuits, hoodies, socks. We're gonna do it all. Headbands, whatever y'all want, we're gonna have it.
Hey, man, I truly appreciate your time tonight, man. As always, man. Man, I'm one of your biggest fans, man. Man, ever since I came up there to come check you out with Jaleel, I was
Yeah,
like, man, yeah, man, he's special, man. And I definitely root for you, man, to rise to the top at the 147 division. Hope you get everything that you're looking for, man, because you one of the best, hardest young workers in the sport of boxing. You never hear your name in any trouble, man. All you do is stay in the gym and do what you do, and that's grind, man. And I truly appreciate it, man. And I definitely want to come back up there soon, man,
yeah, yeah.
and see you do what you do.
Definitely. I appreciate you having me. You come up anytime, but just all you gotta do is call me or my pop. You definitely come up.
And man, like I said, truly appreciate your time, man. Get some rest, man. Be looking for the fight on Saturday night, getting that knockout or unanimous decision either way.
Yeah, most definitely. We gonna aim for the knockout. We ain't gonna look for it, but we aiming for the knockout. We like to do it in dominating fashion.
And man, tell your pops I said hello also as well, man.
All right, well, thank you. I appreciate it for having me. Shout out to On the Ropes Boxing. We gotta get you some merchandise too when you come up too.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man.
Yeah,
Like I
I
said,
got
man.
you.
Even with the merch, man. I told you, man. I'll pay for it, man. I don't care, man. Just for
Yeah.
social support and love, man.
All right, yeah, we got you. Just like I said, just hit us up, and whenever you want to come up, just let me know, or
All
I'll
right, man.
send it down.
All right, man. Get some rest. That's the Ron Boots Ennis going to get that title on Saturday night, man. One of the up and coming stars of the 147 division, putting everybody on notice, man. Coming straight
Yes,
out of
sir.
Philadelphia, man. All right, man. Truly
Definitely.
appreciate the time, Boots.
I appreciate you. Thank
All right.
you.
There
All
you
right.
have it. Jaron Boots Ennis on the ropes, man. Bring you the hottest young talent in the sport of boxing, man. Definitely a big fan, man, of this young man. He grinds and works hard as always. and continue to show support to someone who's giving his all for the sport of boxing. On the ropes, I'm out.